They just kind of twist around on the map. Flies on the wall. Here we go. 250 now. 250, 250. Get some click damage out there first. Okay. Hey, Lavernicus. What did I get out of you? 15 adventures in Grand Tour. Yay! Not flashing. Oh. 24-hour deal on Gromma. That's a skin. $5. Ooh. 80%. $5. Is gray another way of saying white? No, those are two separate colors. Gray is like a stopping post before you get to white. This is, well, sort of gray. Sort of white. I don't know. It used to be grayer than it is. Now it's whiter than it's gray. It's a spectrum. What's that skin based on? It's just supposed to be a Spelljammer skin, I believe, Strider. Yeah, usually you go gray first, and then slowly all the pigmentation goes away. Usually. Usually. We have to 65, 55. We're halfway to our goal of 12,500 gems. One more chests here. Didn't get anything we wanted. Didn't get anything we wanted. Let's go into 250. No, we might be able to click all the way there with E30 favor. Oh, boo, J-Dog, boo. the book that became a movie, and in the original, and it all started, it was just fanfic. It was slutty fanfic. Which, you know, I mean, look. whatever floats your boat, but good lord. Kind of like, oh god, what's the movie where it's all about 80s. It's just every 80s reference. It's a book. It was a book, and they made it a movie. It's just basically let's talk about everything from the 80s and put it into one video game in a horrible world in the future. Ready Player One. That was some 80s video game fanfic. If you accept it for what it is, it's fine, but it's not like it's the most amazing thing in the world. I enjoyed the book. Again, it was, you know, I read it as 80s fanfic. So, oh, you gotta know your lane, right? There's an audience out there for 80s fanfic. I'm still to this day shocked that it actually they somehow made it into a movie with all of the different IPs that it had to reference. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Spielberg can pull off a lot. Crazy. And if you know what you're going for, if you know what you're getting out of it, and you're fine, it's fine. But it wasn't like some, you know, masterwork, fiction or something. Hey, look, it's Strahd again, folks. One of these days, we're gonna get him off that horse. Get off your high horse, Strahd. Oh, here we go. It's noon. No, that didn't slow us down that one. Yeah, look, the popcorn movies, right? It's a popcorn movie. It's you're not going into it trying to have some amazing storyline. I don't know. It's entertainment, and there's nothing wrong with popcorn movies. I like popcorn movies. I actually enjoyed for instance, I actually enjoyed the Transformers movies. I thought they were good popcorn movies. I don't think I've seen them all now, though. Somewhere along the line, I stopped watching them. They're making. Did you see? I think I linked like a new animated one in the Discord. I think I linked it in there. I don't know. I watched a preview for what's it called, like Transformers One or something. I don't know. I think with there's a certain point. I mean, to a certain degree, they kind of get it right, but then they don't. Like for me, like Transformers movies are like you got to have a. I think if you grew up on the cartoon, then you want the movie to be all about the Transformers, right? But that's not what the Transformers movies are trying to be about people that are interacting with the Transformers, right? And they kind of they don't always get that angle right, because it's like that we're trying to be a movie about people, and then they focus so much on the Transformers, and it's like missed it. But pick your lane, and when you're trying to drive in both lanes at once, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, the new one is fully animated. So back to the OG way to do a Transformers movie. On Cybertron, back before Optimus Prime was Optimus Prime. Or they could even transform. The original animated Transformers movie was my first ever in-theater movie experience. I'm sorry. Some people love that movie, and I can't stand it. I own it. I was like, oh yeah, that was a great movie, right? And I bought it. It was on sale at Best Buy once, like, I don't know, 20 years ago. And so I bought it. And I sat down and I watched, and I was like, that sucked. I was like, I think I'd rather. Then I was hunting for like all of the cartoon episodes on DVD. I couldn't find that. Like, I would have rather watched that than watch that movie again. Was young enough that it was good. Yeah, you kind of had to be. Right? Had that same experience ever seeing as an adult. Okay, at least I'm not alone. I figure maybe am I the only person that hates that movie as an adult? Just it wasn't what I thought it was. I swear there was another. Were there multiple? Or am I just totally Mandela affecting this? Were there multiple Transformers movies? I don't know. I swear there was a better movie in the 80s. Maybe it was just in my head though, because I wanted it so bad. Yeah, Dilettante. I have a similar story. I'm pretty sure, like the first movie that I can remember ever seeing. I'm pretty sure I saw other movies before that. Was Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan from the back seat at a drive-in, because there was, it was some double feature, and there was probably some garbage family slash kids movie before that, and then I was supposed to go to sleep while my parents watched Star Trek 2. No, I was up the whole time. And that first one in a theater was E.T. Hear the echoes of their dismay still. God. Yeah, I remember watching Pete's Dragon, but it was on, not in a movie theater. I think it was just on TV. It was facing the popcorn. I think that's just called claiming the popcorn bucket as your own. I think that was a smart move. Mine. The fans are so loud today on my computer for some reason. I can't even hear the music right now. What? Yeah, probably because they're consistent, Loopy. Consistent noises are probably easier to pull out. I was like, I don't need to level up champions anymore, do I? But I kind of do. Because I need to be able to try to click all the way to 250, which means more gold find is actually useful. But I don't have to upgrade. Then I'm going to upgrade everybody, but I don't necessarily need to upgrade everybody. That I'm just doing for fun. And by fun, I mean OCD. Not really. 213. We're only basically at 100, so maybe we'll get to 250. How are you doing on gems? 6,700 basically. We'll get more for this one. We'll get 500 when we're done. What? Probably 72, 7,300 gems by the time this one's done. Closer. Closer. Oh, yeah. When your dungeon master picks your jury duty champion, like that just to me, I consider it a bug, but they've never done anything about it. And I think doing something about it is the whole. They're probably just going to get rid of the assault party anyway eventually. You dead. Maybe we just ignore Darlaxle's gold find. And we've got the Darker, or excuse me, we've got Astarion and Penelope. That could be enough. And then, honestly, we take out Spurt. We put in the Dark Urge. That'd probably be a better combo of Gold Find and Speed. Yeah, we'll try it. Try it. Ghost increases Astarion's goal find. Yeah, but I want more speed, and we have a speed champion here. It's too slow right now. It's my complaint. It's too slow right now. Only 47% chance for questers requirements. I'm not putting any blacksmithing contracts on here now. Nicely okay. Yeah, I mean, if you can build absolute adversaries for Elminster, if you have them, it's pretty quick with Lae'zel. You don't need any of the. You don't need anyone like Human. You don't need anyone like Sentry. You just. Well, Sentry wouldn't. Yeah, you don't even need Sentry. You just it's. The champions that go with Lae'zel are like increased spawn speed and upcoming Diana if she works well. Increased spawn speed. What's her name's Vi's thing would work, but she'd be giving up Will. I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if there's any increased spawn speed anymore because you might want Gale. I would probably put Deacon with them. I don't care about the extra credit ones because it doesn't. Extra credit and reduced area goals mean nothing to Lae'zel. I would rate Dynaheir and Minsk lower. I mean, unless you need them for the tadpoles, but I don't know. That's the reason they're in. I think the tadpole would give them more, would matter more than their speed effect. Yeah, that'd be all they add. That's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily value that super high. It's the tadpoles that are the big deal. Because it's random whether or not Minsk and Dynaheir are going to summon it, right? So it's not, I mean, it's better than nothing, but. $83%. Teamwork. Not bad. Bad. Die, Strahd, die! I feel like Strahd should be one of those enemies that when you get their last of their health, they just run off the screen. We have. So this is what we're working on. Even though this doesn't tell you where it's. Why do you need this? It doesn't. We don't know. This would be next. We would be going to Waterdeep after this. Except the event's going to get in the way. This will be handled in the event. So there's 3 extra electrons. Still working on full epic for a single champion. The rest of this stuff is pointless. So we get to Waterdeep, we can do this. Not worried about that. Not worried about this. Especially just for a corrupted Jammer War that I don't even care about. This is we're kind of doing this? Ooh, we're only 3 away from feeds. That's neat. Our next champion unlock should get us that? I don't think there's... I mean, we've still got, what, 3 weeks until a new emergence event happens. And we get some new items in the store, because currently I don't care about any of these limited time options. I don't have... Yeah, it doesn't matter. None of them matter. Presto, maybe? I don't have Presto, so none of it matters. I know these are here, but they're not worth it. This is... I have enough for a pigment, for a froggy. But, man. That's what I think about that. Man. Yeah, Diana will give me a bunch of Electrums over time. What, she starts off at 20. So using her will be important to try to scavenge those Electrum chests. For gear. That'll help us gear up our new event champions and get some of these to full blue. I hate it when you wake up like 2 hours before your alarm and you try to go back to sleep. It just doesn't work very well. I do. I hate that. And that was this morning for me. Any good Karlach DPS increasing tips that we might have overlooked? I mean, Berserk's back. is the big one, right? I mean, if you're just looking to, I don't know. There's an interesting thing where if you could set your bud with her, because I don't put her in the front of my formation, but you could potentially set your bud with her real high, and then before the enemies get to the front of the formation, then put her in the front, and the second they smack her, they're going to take more damage than she could put out if she's at 100 rage stacks. Maybe you have to not push back a wave or something, then put her up there and let them run into her. That could be interesting. I mean, she does. It's pretty straightforward. I don't usually put her in the front column. She doesn't need the absolute adversaries because she's not Ceramorphosis based. Her Ceramorphosis is for health share for everyone else to stay alive. It has nothing to do with her damage. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like she's pretty straightforward. The only thing is the fact that she can do more damage if someone hits her than when she's hitting them. If she's at she's got her soul coin popped and she's at 100 stacks. Marketing phase. Ugh. When that happens to me, lately I recognize what's going on. If I'm trying to sleep and I just can't, I'm just at some point it hits me. It's like, oh, there must be a storm front moving in, because when the whole pressure shifts, like we get a low pressure to high or high to low. I can't sleep. I can't sleep until the storm hits, and once it hits, once the pressure is has moved through and fully shifted, and we're into that new one, then I can finally go to sleep. I don't know why. So if it's in the middle of that phase, right when I'm trying to go to sleep, the worst. The worst. Just want to point out, Baba Lysaga lives in a tree house. I mean, look, it's got tree-like roots, and there's a house there. It's a tree house. There's area 200. 50 more areas to go. 50 more areas to go. One more test. Didn't even give me a 5-minute speed potion. So rude. So rude. Dungeon Master's ultimate meant to ignore Karlox? I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't. It shouldn't, but here's the thing. Hitting Karlox ultimate again doesn't do anything, right? While it's still active. But it should still reset it so that you could use it sooner. Alex. check last night. Yes, okay. Jason did my theme song last night on Miller's Music Mondays, and I told him I play that every time I do my stream. He's like, "You should use the one I just did. They put a little more on that one." And I'm like, "So I think I got to go back and clip that one, try to record that audio, and then use that version." It was pretty good. I'll give it a listen again. Give it a listen again. I usually use all the original versions, just 'cause it's like, well, that was the one when they made it. But yeah, some of the songs, after doing them a few times, they get better. Depends on how often you do them, I think. Hey, Lauren. Right, so can confirm. We can click all the way through to 250 with our favor. Who's Amber and why she's in a sarcophagus? My question. I just saw the post about somebody that's like, I didn't full epic these champions, and now I can't open patron chests because of my Briv. And then they're like, but I don't want to do time gates because that's too slow. You've got a 9-jump Briv. Why is the time gate too slow? Why is? Why it's better to use them on useful champions instead of these. Well, look, either you want full epic or you don't. Either you want full epic or you don't. Jesus. Well, everybody feels sorry for me. I've got a perfect 9-jump Briv. That's what I took out of that. That's what I took out of that. There's this one of the big reasons I never went past 4-jump was I didn't want to have to ever get to the point. I don't want to have to deal with the, oh, you can't open chests anymore issue. Yeah, Elminster chests. They could do Elminster chests. But then they'd have to do Elminster stuff, and then they'd probably be like, "Oh, but I don't have the champions for Elminster," which isn't true at all. Oh, they can't use Elminster patron chests because the champions are all old as well. It's Stoki, Ishii, and Plant. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Riv doesn't qualify for Strahd. Just Vajra, Zerial, and Mert, right? Hey, we completed Flies on the Wall. Yeah. So they could do Stoki with Strahd.